U-N-I-T-Y. U-N-I-T-Y. That's the
Unity.
U-N-I-T-Y.
Make sure at the bottom. Got you. Hello. Hello. I see it in your eyes. Folks that was singing back in the 80s.
Bruh. That was you sing you, bro. You know off rip, bro. Like we been in Memphis all our lives, my nigga. You know we've seen some crackheads fool that, and they sing and shit.
They can do everything.
Them niggas can sing, bro. Those crackheads be feeling it with they soul, bro.
Oh my god, them niggas can sing, them niggas can rap, they can tap dance.
I can see it in your eyes.
Them niggas can shingle a whole house, cement a whole block. And then have shit to do after that, you know what I'm saying?
Them niggas cut the whole yard and still be like...
They cut the street. Every house on the street, they made about $100 that day. And they spent all of it on crack.
All on crack. Be strong.
I really hope not, though. That'll be tough as hell.
Man, tough as a motherfucker.
Somebody stole our Lion King DVD, VHS back in the day and sold that hoe for some crack. Wow. True story. True story.
Bruh,
the original Lion King movie with the white case.
I had that.
Open that junk up with the white thick ass case. They don't even do. Boy, that shit's so old. They had the thick white VHSs came in cases about this big.
You kids out there don't know shit.
Don't know shit. Thick
we
as
went
hell,
through them junks.
Talking about some open it up. That junk used to.
Man,
put the deep. I'm talking
and then
about VHS,
and then it had that, and then it had that good old VHS smell. You know what I'm saying? That, like it just, y'all don't know. That was
we shooting this on an iPhone right now. All this technology in the world, and VHSs ain't nowhere near us right now.
Shit, I'm gonna bring that shit back. Watch. we got the homie Dave for that. We got the homie David for that.
We're gonna do a whole
shit. We're gonna do that.
Watch. Documentary and only release it on VHS.
Yo, no, nigga.
I don't know where they gonna get it.
Hey, we're gonna do that shit, bro. We might. Hey, I got an idea. We gonna say this on the podcast. Mm-hmm. We need to shoot like if we gonna do. We should do like retro reviews or some shit like that. Mm. And we should like shoot it in an old VHS format, like. We ain't talking about no emulation and shit. We talking about an actual like camcorder, like nigga with the tape, with the actual tape.
They got them.
We could do that. We can.
We most definitely got the technology to do that. But their process of rendering that tape, then putting that junk on the goddamn computer, and then rendering and editing it gonna take a week.
Take a week.
Because you already know how slow the damn computers be. Yeah. That shit gonna have to
Hey man, I think it should
still be funny though.
I think the shit will work.
It'll
probably
but
do.
As you can see, we are back. You know what I'm saying? We had us a little hiatus. You know what I mean? A lot of businesses being taken care of.
Can you see this? Can you see this? Oh, I don't think they can see this.
You might have to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Home team. You know what I'm saying?
Home team.
Yeah. You talking about? Yeah. Throwing them all up. You know what I'm saying? RS88. New single out. You know what I'm saying? New EP out. King of Memphis 2. KOM 2. Go check that out. You know what I'm saying?
Better?
On all platforms, you already know. You know
Who
what I'm saying?
better?
Who better? You know what I'm saying? Nobody better. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King. But we back, man. Another episode of that Raps and Wrestling. We down Kenny. You know what I mean? That boy be living. That boy be Kenny Wild. You know what I'm saying?
Kenny Wild is a motherfucker, y'all. Y'all don't be knowing the
y'all
shit.
Be seeing it on here.
Y'all be seeing it on here, but that man
I be
really
having
wild.
to tell him to tone it down before we shoot, cause that boy.
He be snoring that, he be snoring that Funky Town for a moment, you know what I'm saying? That's why he be so wired up, you know what I mean?
Juiced.
He be juiced up, bro.
You know
he be juiced up, you know what I'm saying? Be taking that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why he be so Scott Steinerish on the podcast because he knows the truth. He knows the truth, Ron. He always knows the truth. That's why
he living it though.
he living in his truth because he knows that I'm the real champion. As always, always have and always will be the real champion.
Yeah,
he's just been out of it for those past couple of times. For those who want to really know, Kenny was just out of his mind. He don't know what he was talking about. Them drugs got to him. Yeah,
man, it'd be tough, man.
It'd be tough, man. It'd be tough.
I gotta get off them drugs,
man.
But I'm gonna tell you who also need to get off them drugs.
Who need to get off them drugs?
WWE. They on some heavy stuff right now. If they think I'm finna call WrestleMania Backlash,
I told y'all niggas, I'm not calling that shit no damn WrestleMania Backlash.
If they think I'm finna call a pay-per-view a premium live event, no, bitch, it's a pay-per-view and it's Backlash. And it's coming on this Sunday.
It's always been Backlash. Always.
Back when it was In Your House Backlash. You know what I'm saying?
And then after that, they dropped In Your House and it just became Backlash.
And it was one of my favorite pay-per-views.
After WrestleMania. Yeah.
After WrestleMania. And
that was the reset. That was the reset.
It was some new shit finna happen, bro. Soon as WrestleMania go off the air, the next day, I already know. Monday Night Raw. First thing you gonna hear is... Dun, 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 dun. You know Stone Cold coming out first, you know what I'm saying? Then The Rock coming out, then Vince coming out, you know what I'm saying? And if, depending on what year, 98, 99, The Undertaker might come out, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we already know Backlash finna be a brawl because the title finna be on the line, you know what I'm saying? We got new champions, we got new stories happening. Like, only thing with this year and this Backlash, ain't nothing new happening, you know what I'm saying? They didn't change the matches for one, because it was supposed to be unification titles versus unification titles, meaning Drew versus Roman was supposed to be a match, and then the Usos versus RK Bro was supposed to be a unification tag match. You know what I'm saying? But they changed this shit.
Yeah, but technically that wasn't even the call. It was actually Fox. Fox wanted to like keep, you know what I'm saying, keep SmackDown with their own champion, and of course, I'm pretty sure Raw ain't had no problem with it, but it's basically USA. Fox. Yeah, USA. I'm pretty sure they ain't had no problem with it, but it was just Fox that wanted.
Yeah, that's what happened when you get the big wigs involved. You know what I'm saying? The big wigs, when they control majority of the stock and everything like that. I'm gonna have to let this window down. This bird is birding right now.
Yeah, the bird is birding.
It's just loud as hell.
I know that motherfucker was just, I'm like, bruh, that man was really like, he probably trying to get his wife back.
He probably trying to get him a little birdie chick.
You hear me? Like, just trying to get it
not
on.
Today, Bucko. We doing
too
something.
damn loud, man.
But yeah, man, ain't nothing new happening in this jump, man. The only thing that I am excited about is Edge versus AJ Styles. You know what I'm saying? Because I really hope the rest of Edge stable comes together that night.
Everybody keeps saying Tommaso Ciampa will be like a part of this because I keep seeing like a
little post and shit like that.
Him
and Rhea Ripley, like they want them two to be a part of his Judgment Day. You know what I'm saying? Terrible name for a unit of people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I would have been cool. They just been the Brood again. You know what I'm saying? That shit would have been nostalgia off the rip.
I mean, you might as well could have just you could have really just rehashed the Brood.
They could have came up through the ramps. Well,
same thing.
They changed the whole ramp situation now, bro. It's like one big ass LED screen too.
So they probably still could have did it. You know, not at the front. You know, because it's like the ramp is the LED, but like in the.
Have you seen what they on Raw? Have you seen Raw though, bro? Like you gotta look at Raw, bro. Like
you talking
the whole
stage, the stage is like LED.
The stage runs into the Titantron, and the whole thing is connected now.
Oh damn!
Yeah, that's how they.
Well, I'm gonna say because I remember the last time that they had like a plain stage, but they did have like a LED stage.
They had like a ramp and an actual stage, and they don't got this shit no more.
I don't know, man, but shoot, more than likely, Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
kind of
this shit big
interested
as
to
hell.
see about what this is gonna go with Edge and Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we already know Damian Priest is with him, but like I said, I've been seeing like this picture. It could be a meme or it can be just fantasy booking or whatever. But I keep seeing Tommaso Ciampa being a part of this group,
Yeah.
and a part of me is like, I'm gonna take that, and a part of me is like, well, I can see it. I can see it a little bit. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
possible.
It's possible, but I don't know for sure. I mean, I really don't know if Tommaso Ciampa will even be a fit for the main roster just with what's been going on. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's another thing.
Cause he already came up to the main roster.
Yeah, he's. I
He
mean,
ain't
he's
really just
done a couple
did
matches.
anything.
He done a couple matches, a few dark matches, but now I think he's really on here now. Now I think they just not. They not even calling him Tommaso Ciampa anymore. They're just gonna call him Ciampa
Oh my
or
god.
some shit. Like they gonna cut the. They gonna cut.
They gonna do what WWE do and
Yeah,
take away one part of a person's name.
take take one person's name that's been operating under that name for for as long as we've been
I'm about
watching
to say
him
for
under
as long as we can
NXT.
remember.
And that's the same way with Pete Dunne. I'm not calling him
They
Butch.
completely no, that's not the same way. They completely changed his name, bro. They could have just called him a well no. Calling the wrestler Pete not no hard ass name. Dunn is you gotta say Pete Dunn because
No,
it goes
it just
together.
got it went
But
well.
Butch,
I don't. And people want to say like it was
that shit ain't
because
it.
and people want to say because it's for marketing purposes.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne sounded. I can market it. I can
Pete
market
Dunn
the
sound
name
way
Pete
better than
Dunne.
Butch.
Who the fuck wanna market the
Who want a
name
toy?
Butch?
Who wants a toy that says Butch on it?
Right. We got another name for Butch. We ain't gonna say it
And
though.
then and then and then this the cold part. They didn't already took him off TV because he done missed 2 weeks of wrestling.
Yeah.
No, now they got a where's Butch poster like on SmackDown. They had a missing poster up with his face on that joint. Like
Man,
I'm so
like
tired of WWE, bro.
I don't. I'm not tired of them. I'm just,
Tired of
you
their
just gotta,
antics, man.
you gotta, but you have to accept. I mean, we just gotta accept that's how it is. That's how it
And that's
gonna
the
be.
cold part. You just can't do nothing but accept it and
No,
be
you
like,
can't. And
it is what it
you
is.
try to complain about it and shit. It like it don't even won't even make no sense
It won't even
to
make no
because it's
sense.
like you already know what they are. This is their format now.
Mm-hmm.
Just deal with it. It's easy. I tell people tell people all the time, if you don't like it, don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for in our case, we got to most of the time because we got to know what's going the fuck on. Because
Mm-hmm.
as much as I don't really want to watch it anymore, because I know what it's catered to now.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like how it used to be from when we were coming up, and that's understandable because it's it's evolving. It's
Yeah.
evolving every time. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
it's not like things got to evolve, things got to change. And don't get me wrong, the reason I am so dedicated to WWE
yeah,
is because I've lived through the change. I was born in '88. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing WrestleMania. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back. I want to say like 3 or 2, but I remember seeing it on TV. You know what I'm saying? That's how far back my memory of wrestling with WWE go. You know what I mean. I remember seeing Macho Man literally fly off the top rope and hit a nigga with an elbow drop dead in the middle of his chest. I was intrigued. How could this
yeah,
happen? This dude did not get back up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He let his ass have
oh
it.
yeah.
But with WWE, I watched him go through the big giant stage to the Macho and Brett small man stage and Shawn Michaels stage to the Shawn Michaels and Triple H stage to they changed wrestling to the Attitude Era. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? I watched the Attitude Era die. I watched the Ruthless Aggression Era be born. I watched that little small period when it was just no era. You know what I'm saying? It was just That was just wrestling, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen John Cena come in with the little shorts and a little cut. Like I remember Kurt Angle first match. Like the nostalgia that I have with WWE is the only thing that's keeping me tied to WWE right now. You know what I mean? They do got a few of my favorite wrestlers. They did add another one of my favorite wrestlers to the roster is in Cody. You know what I'm saying? But the stuff that they've been doing lately is changed to the point that I'm like, I got an alternative now, which is why I go to the AEW. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to watch what WWE put out, but I gotta talk about it, so I do watch it. But it's not like watching it like back in the day. It's not like watching
Man,
it shit.
it was must see TV back then.
Like
Damn, like
the
wow.
I go back and watch the Terrible Invasion angle. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it's a site out there. It's a YouTube channel out there that commit like do
Yeah.
the whole from day one. They do the whole little era rundown. You know what I'm
I
saying? You
feel
can
so
watch
man,
every
cause
match.
I feel
You can watch
like
every little promo. All that. I see back. I go watch that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
cause
Because
I
this new shit is back to back. It's like a circle. It's like a real small circle. They go right back to the next thing, and then the next week they right back. Like they don't remember that they did the same thing a week ago, and it's like annoying as hell. Why the hell we didn't had a 6-man tag match for the last 2 months with the same tag teams in it. Why are y'all not putting these people in certain tag
I mean
situations?
they don't like tag team.
And that's also
They don't
why
like tag
I don't
team
like. I'm not
wrestling.
fucking with WWE because I love tag team wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
feel, but see,
we always get on the rant about WWE and shit they be doing.
yeah, but that's just the thing that I kind of feel. It's just like I know where they at now,
Mm-hmm.
where they want to go, and it's just the things that we grew up liking with them doing. They did it. I have to always keep in my mind that I have to realize that they did it at a time when their backs were against the wall, type shit. They had no other option.
Nothing.
They had no other option to do what they did. That's the
WCW
reason.
was killing them.
And WCW and man, WCW had some good moments, but they were terrible too.
It was
At
terrible
one
too.
point,
Y'all go back and
you
literally
have to
watch WCW.
you have to really see that WCW wasn't all that great. Was all that great neither. But see, like what we're getting right now with AEW at that time, WWE, even though it was still relatively fresh,
Mm-hmm.
like it was still, it was already considered the big dog in the yard at that time still. And then WCW came along and then well no, WCW was always around
WCW was
too.
always
But
around.
like they wasn't but then when they started gaining traction, I guess as far as like mainstream
Yeah,
popularity,
Ted Turner.
then they
When
got
Ted Turner
yeah.
literally dipped in, and
Mm-hmm.
Eric Bischoff came. Like the difference between WCW and WWE, WWF back in the day, and WWE and AEW now is that WCW wasn't ran by wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? And then
It was ran by a billionaire, we know.
it was
And
it was
just
ran by a sports commentator,
mm-hmm.
and he became president. But even before then, it was wrestlers. Like okay, when Dusty Rhodes was the president of WCW mid '80s, late early '90s, WCW was at its peak then.
Yeah, his peak is
Sting, Randy Savage, no Sting,
no Sting,
Ric Flair,
Lex Luger
Luke
was there for a
like
minute.
that
Yeah.
was the peak. Like they was doing numbers. Like other guys came along and changed it and made it this and that. It was already struggling then. WWE was struggling before that,
Mm-hmm.
but WrestleManias started making it started making things happen for Vince and them wrestlers and Hulk Hogan, you know what I'm saying, being all over the place back then. Like
Yeah.
they had a broader medium and shit, you know. It changed in the '90s. WCW came up. WWE was forced to come up because they was doing the same thing back then, the same cookie cutter antics, same little
Mm.
goofy ass characters and shit.
And they had the
WCW changed it.
force.
They weren't doing all the. They were doing goofy characters, but they weren't doing goofy ass characters like fucking WWF had the Repo Man. They had niggas. They had the barber. They had niggas that was like.
had
They
shit.
had wrestlers that had actual jobs. The junkyard man. Not even just the junkyard
wasn't
dog.
even-
They just had a nigga that worked at the junkyard.
And
you
it
know
was
what
so
I'm saying?
crazy because they just they did that because they tried to see what would stick. And none of that shit really
None of that would
sticks.
stick.
Maybe a few of them.
Cause then nobody want to walk.
stuck.
Then nobody want to pay to watch people do jobs that they
That we
do.
already do in
I
real life.
I just left from being the goddamn garbage man. Why is Tim the garbage man coming out with a garbage can?
I'm like,
and shit
damn, bro.
wrestling?
I don't want
wanna
to see
that.
nigga. I don't want to see that man wrestle. I just wrestle with garbage, my nigga.
Man, like for
fuck,
real,
man.
bro. Like even
You know
then,
what I'm
WWF
saying?
was doing WWE was doing that shit, bro. But like now it's like they doing it now, but they not doing the silly, goofy antics. You know what I'm saying? AEW is at a point where they being ran by actual wrestling fan. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that grew up. It's like one of us having our own wrestling company. Like
Pretty much.
they listen, they
Pretty
listening
much.
to the crowd, they listening to the people, they listening to
They
their
see.
fans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they give the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? A
And
good
that- and
80% of the
then-
time.
And then also realize, not not everything is always gonna be best for business coming from the fans. You gotta understand that too. So like, it's cool that we got somebody like Tony Khan that is a wrestling fan that is running a company. That is something that we've all realized. But you also gotta realize like some things are just not really best for business, and it's always great to listen to the fans, but you gotta listen to the fans to a certain extent because sometimes what they want to see is just coming from a own personal like oh I want to like that's like saying like if Hulk Hogan at the time fuck Hulk Hogan if that was at the time what I'm saying when he was just coming out right and he was getting traction and stuff, that's like me being if I was a God forbid, I'm not really not, but if I was a Hulk Hogan fan,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If I was a Hulk Hogan fan, and I'd be like, yo, I only want Hulk Hogan to be champion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You just want that, but not
only
everybody
you.
really
Nobody-
want that because not
nobody
everybody
really
has
want that.
that same
Love.
love for Hulk Hogan like you do. And that's
It's
what
like
I'm
me.
saying. So
Like, I want Macho Man Randy Savage to be the champion. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody's not gonna feel that way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so-
It's just me.
So all I'm saying is it's just like, God damn.
Yeah, Lacey. Oh,
That's how she looked out?
yeah, Lacey Evans
Jesus.
came back.
Shit. Oh.
She been doing promos.
my
He got distracted because I'm watching the
yeah.
YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, man, it's just like not everybody gonna have the same love. So with that being said, like you can listen to the fans to a certain extent, man, but you also gotta look at, your company as well. What's been working so far for you and continue on with that, but take heed to what the fans are saying. Look at who they react to. That's always a good thing. But man, just being on sometimes not everything that the fans suggest is gonna be good.
Man, I'm telling
It's
you,
not gonna
'cause
be good. So
them
just
folks says be doing the
the utmost
most. You know what I'm saying?
wildest shit.
You
man.
can't please these people nowadays.
No,
you know
you
what I mean?
can't. And it's like that's why it's crazy because we're wrestling fans, but I feel like we're the ones that not really fickle. We just understand
Oh,
what the
yeah.
hell
We
goes
re- we-
on.
I'm gonna go on and say it. You know what I'm saying? We real wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying?
We understand.
'Cause
Shit.
we understand. We don't look at wrestling like, oh man, they not doing what I want to do. I'm not fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? True, like I said, true enough.
This
WWE
man
don't do
got
nothing.
Suspenders.
WWE don't do nothing a nigga really want them to do. But I still fucks with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like everybody gonna have their own goddamn their own feelings towards WWE, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, GCW, BCW, DDT, BBC. Not what y'all been be thinking.
No.
Like no matter what it is, they gonna have an opinion about it. They not gonna like it. Oh, Cody Rhodes in WWE, everybody love it. Oh, Cody Rhodes a champion. Everybody'll be mad. Oh, now he got a
Everybody be
title. Like you can't please Ring of Honor back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody happy. Samoa Joe back. Everybody happy. Samoa Joe TNT title. niggas mad. Samoa Joe, Jay Lethal, niggas mad. Like, come on, bro. Like, who cares what they think?
Right.
Before we get off WWE right quick, I gotta give y'all this rundown for Backlash. It may or may not have happened already. You know what I'm saying? So the title card is it's WrestleMania all over again, bro.
Yeah.
And that's fucking whack as hell.
Yeah.
Like I said, they not doing nothing new, bro. They got the six-man match. The Bloodline versus Drew and the RK Bro. All right, I guess. Cody versus Seth 2. All right, I guess. It was a good match, you know what I'm saying? And I guess this is a little with this being Cody's comeback and his comeback rivalry, it's Seth Rollins, you know what I'm saying? And Seth Rollins is gonna always give you a good ass match, and Cody is gonna do the same thing. So I mean, that's a cool little match.
It don't even look really interesting. I think the only thing that's gonna stand out the most is Cody and Seth. Other than that, I ain't on AJ and Edge. That's literally about it. As far as the rematches, the rematches go on this card.
Shit, man.
That shit
they could have put anything. They could have put anything else on it. So check it. Edge and AJ. You know what I'm saying? I give it about 3.5, 4 stars. AJ would be wrestling. Ronda versus Charlotte. Yeah. Omos versus Bobby Lashley again.
Hold on, did we did watch that match? Did we watch WrestleMania a while back? Didn't it? Yeah, that match
wasn't it neither.
Oh man, no.
Ronda lost that match. I haven't even been keeping up with the program. They don't have no other women's titles on the line. No other titles on the line doing Backlash out of these 6 matches.
No title.
Madcap Moss versus Baron Corbin.
I'm not calling.
Y'all could have finished that shit on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this on a pay-per-view? Why is this at a pay-per-view? Where are the titles? Where's the IC title? Where's the United States title? Where's the goddamn women's tag title? Where's the goddamn Raw women's title? Like, come on, bro. Y'all got 4 titles missing out of this damn match card, and only one.
And none of them.
Only one of them is on the line.
What's on which way?
The women's title.
The women's.
That's the only one that's on the line because they changed the tag title match and the Raw and the world title matches. So the world titles and the tag titles are in the same match.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on record right now. Ronda Rousey is getting the title.
She gonna have to, bro.
She getting the title.
Why not? If y'all gonna do this again, she gotta be getting this damn title. You know what I'm saying?
Watch.
So
Watch.
Quick prediction. Bloodline gonna win.
Yep.
Cody gonna win.
Yep.
Edge gonna win.
Yep.
Ronda gonna win.
Yep.
Omos gonna win with distractions from MFP. You know what I'm saying? Because they
no MVP.
MVP. I said MFP. Shout out MFP.
MFP.
That's my boy.
MFP boy. He managing Omos. You know what I'm saying?
But we love you boys. Should salute. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Omos,
that's the brother.
Derek Horn. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Real ass, who cares? Because I don't care who win. I don't care. But I'm pretty sure Barry Corbin gonna win. But that's it, bro.
It's like, man,
come on, y'all.
I watch, but it's just, I'm gonna be honest, man. It's like I don't get the same excitement anymore. Maybe every now and then when I do watch something on WWE, I don't really get the same excitement like I would when I watch something on AEW.
Yeah.
And I'm just being 100% as a pro wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
When I watch both watch both shows, I get more excitement from AEW than I do WWE most of the time.
Damn near all the time for me.
Pretty much they have
the most exciting thing that has happened in WWE is the return of Cody Rhodes. And that happened at WrestleMania a full month ago. And ain't nothing else happened in this company since then.
Really. And that was the only really big name that, just made like a real impact, pun intended. But you know what I'm saying, like just I don't know,
Just a
man.
bunch
It's
of
just
nothingness, man.
it is what it is, man. We got Backlash tomorrow. Yeah, Backlash
It's
on Mother's
Saturday.
Day. Why? Wait a minute. Why on
Yeah, it is
Mother's
on Mother's
Day?
Day.
Why on
It
Mother's
just
Day?
happened that way, I guess.
Who wants to? Who wants to go?
They probably gonna have the lowest viewers because ain't nobody gonna be watching.
Ain't nobody gonna watch that
Backlash.
shit on Mother's Day.
No, some people will now. You got
Yeah, I
them
know some
diehards.
people will, but I'm like, bro, if you're gonna be with your mom all day tomorrow, like, just do that. But anyway, man, let's
You
go
do something better.
Let's go over to the fun side. It's one of my
Yeah, man.
it's one of my friends that I know in the group would call it AEW.
We gotta get we as fans, man. I don't know. We just gotta roll with the punches with WWE. Because
Yeah,
apparently,
we
like
do.
my man said, the execs at the big wigs at SmackDown, I guess they wasn't really feeling the unifications for the tag titles. So I guess they put a hold on that.
They want their own champion.
Yeah, they put a hold on that, you know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, I understand, but it's still like that's why you don't get the big wigs involved, man. They got too much power over stuff that you create.
Yeah,
And stuff like that happens, you know what I'm saying?
Don't even
Because of course, we wanted to see the tag titles being unified because we like, damn, maybe they finna do some shit like bring one title back or bring one world title back. You know what I'm saying? But
shit, that's
what we wanted, and
that
we most
was
definitely didn't
supposed
get
to
it.
happen though. But man,
Most definitely didn't get it, and it might not even be WWE fault, but WWE most definitely gave the rights to SmackDown to Fox and all this shit like that. So it is their fault.
Yeah, but I don't understand though. But it was never mind. I was gonna say I don't understand the same with Roman, but I can kind of understand why Roman was granted, that
Both
pass
titles.
by having both titles. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because with Roman,
yeah,
that
just
works well for
overall,
both. That works well for both parties.
people.
You know
Yeah,
what
for
I'm
both
saying?
parties.
USA and Fox.
Just of the name power that he's
Possession
in possession right now. So, but yeah, whatever, man. They gonna do what they do, man. I'm not gonna watch Backlash tomorrow. I'm already kind of I'll just go by the highlights because it's not important
That's
right
gonna be
now.
the best.
But
That's gonna be the best way to view.
But what's
man.
more important? But what's more important, Ron, is AEW.
Oh yeah, because they doing major things.
And yeah, they're doing major things. But no, Ron, I'm mad though. Fuck you, AEW. You know why? You know why, Ron, that I gotta say fuck AEW, bro? And I'm such a fan of AEW, but I gotta say fuck them for this one moment. How in God's name are y'all gonna have this great pay-per-view that's coming up on June 26th in Chicago, Illinois? Forbidden Door, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling. How are you gonna have this beautiful,
never before done,
never before done in this generation? We will say that it's been done before back in the day with WCW in New Japan, but that's a different time. This is something
new.
Totally different for a new generation of wrestling fans. Now, I was so excited to go to this beautiful show because this was not only going to be my very first my very first pay-per-view, but my very first time seeing New Japan in action, in live action at that.
Action.
Oh man, I was so excited, Ron. I'm like,
man.
The pre-sales went on sale. I was like, all right, cool. I was going to worry about the pre-sale, but then when I found out the pre-sale was an instant sellout, they were already saying that, the pay-per-view itself was going to be a whole sellout. So I was like, I had confidence. I waited. I woke up the next day, Friday.
Yeah.
I woke up the next day thinking that I was going to get these tickets and be in Chicago on Sunday. It didn't happen. They sold out. And I knew in my mind, I knew that it was going to be a sellout, but I was still hopeful. That I wanted to try.
Yeah.
and at least try to go to this shit.
Cause why not? Like,
Why not? It was on a Sunday.
It's a big. Oh yeah, then it's a Sunday too.
Yes.
And this is like they first. Well, hang on, this is the AEW first pay per view on a Sunday, ain't it?
No, it's not.
I thought they usually. I know they usually do them on Saturdays.
They've done Sundays before.
We don't have a stats
It's been a little
guy,
minute
so
since
we don't have no way to
but it's
know.
every now and then since they do
Yeah.
Sundays. But fuck y'all for right now, because you should have chose somewhere that was twice as big or something. Cause bruh, I wanted to go and experience that in real life, and I can't do that. So now I have to be at home in funky ass Memphis, Tennessee. I love you, M-Town, but I'm just upset right now because I wanted to go to Chicago and be amongst other wrestling fans to see Forbidden Door
Yeah.
and other New Japan talent. But that's okay. I will be at home watching it on pay-per-view like everybody else that couldn't go. Fuck y'all for right now.
We've been here.
We've had y'all up for years, since I bought these damn flags.
Season 2 started.
Since season 2 started, AEW.
New Japan. Well,
New Japan is right here. We've had y'all up on this in the middle.
It's been perfect.
Perfect
to take
since
them just
season
to the show.
2.
Take them just to the show and just wave them. Just come on.
I could have waved this at the show.
Man.
Both flags I could have waved at the show, but I couldn't do it. But that's okay. I still love you, AEW, but fuck y'all for not choosing a larger venue for this show. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
You knew exactly.
They knew how to sell that show.
They
out.
knew exactly, bro. they knew that shit was gonna be a sellout, bro. How the hell you gonna have AEW, a hot show with New Japan, and there's hardcore fans in New Japan, and you know that they bought that shit up.
Oh yeah, the
seconds.
fans in Japan was on it. The fans in Japan that's traveling to the States.
It might be a few people from Japan coming,
because people most definitely
show.
traveling for wrestling, bro.
And that's crazy.
People traveling across the world to
that's
get to
okay,
a wrestling
bro.
show, man. But yeah, man,
That's
New
okay.
Japan, their Forbidden Door show is gonna be one of a kind, man, for real.
And I'm sorry, man, I had to come.
Because man, we might get. I mean, it's not even. And it's the fact that it's not even just AEW and New Japan. Because as y'all know, Tony Khan also owns Ring of Honor. And they deal finally closed the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So we most definitely was gonna be getting 3 different companies in this event. You know, maybe even
Possibly.
4. Maybe even 4, because Impact is still working with New Japan. You know what I'm saying?
It's a possibility.
So come on now. And we're gonna have the entire Bullet Club, excluding 2 of the main members, you know what I'm saying? But the entire Bullet Club will be damn near in one location, from AEW, New Japan, and Impact, if they get the boys from Impact, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no show ever been this big ever in wrestling. WrestleMania, Starrcade, none of that. You know what I'm saying?
I think we will see, because it's just off the name. I gotta come down for a minute before I really start talking sensical.
Yeah.
Because I'm still a little upset, but I'm gonna calm down so I can really speak my piece about this. I personally think that, off the name value alone, I mean, because New Japan itself has been around for a long time, since 1972. AEW just started in 2019.
It's a baby.
It's still a baby. It's still it's not a baby. It's pretty much, I would call it an infant right now. It's like a toddler.
It's really an infant, because it's only 3 years old in the world of wrestling.
So
That's like, it's literally just a baby. They not even a good baby right now. They're just a baby. Can't move, can't do nothing. Just a baby.
Can't really, but a lot of people don't want to use that argument, but I still use that argument. Now, I'm not giving them grace periods because of that. I still say that they are still a baby in name value, but for them to achieve as much as they have achieved so far within their 3-year history.
Oh yeah, they're a genius. They're a genius ass baby. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, they Stewie Griffin,
baby genius,
baby genius, Stewie Griffin type
for
shit.
real. Because what
probably
they
not evil, but
what they done pulled off in the 3 years that they, and it's not even a full 3. So what they done pulled off in this time is
crazy.
A feat that has never happened. Vince couldn't even do this. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I kind of look at it like this. I always look at it. I always look at things different now when we compare shit. I kind of look at like at time.
Yeah, time
because
different.
You gotta see the time was different back then. You know, they didn't have what we got now to the point. You know, to where you can capitalize off that to build a bigger audience than what. Because back then, they didn't have shit to rely on like that. You know, they just had to go through shows. Like, you had to watch shows and hear word of mouth. You
had to watch it. You had
word of mouth.
You had to be in. First of all, you had to be in those circles. We was too young. Our circle was literally based on what we saw the night before. Mm-hmm. We didn't have no internet. Wrestling magazines was out. I was only scamming through them joints when I was at this grocery store. Mama wasn't taking none of them just home. You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't getting no news like we were getting now. AEW literally wouldn't be a company if it wasn't for the Young Bucks and their BTE web series. Back in the day, you couldn't have no web series. The BTE wouldn't even be a thing. Jeff and Matt Hardy, if they had their own little web series back in the day, that shit would have been lit. You know what I'm saying?
It would have been lit. It would have been the first of its kind.
First of its kind, but they couldn't because of the technology, because of the time.
Time constraint.
Fast forward 15, 20 years in the future, you got the Young Bucks. They bring in BTE, behind the scenes shit that they doing in New Japan, all like around the world wrestling, showing fans the behind the scenes of wrestling. You never get that.
Yeah, you never not only that, showing them the behind the scenes and also showing them showing their charisma off. That's the one thing that I've always liked about BTE was, you know, as corny as sometimes it can get, which would be the good corny. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I watch BT, I love because it shows me a different side of this particular wrestler that we may never really get to see on television. Mm-hmm. So, you know, with BTE happening, you get to see the comedic side of some of these wrestlers that you never thought was imaginable. You know, most of the time, you probably got a sense that they were, you know, either kind of funny or cool. But then when you watch BTE and you see these wrestlers like behind the scenes just doing like comedic skits or just
doing some shit that you and your friends do.
Doing what we normally do, like what we would normally do outside off the camera and stuff. They just, you know, joke, play around, play games and stuff. That's what, you know, it's cool, and that's why it makes AEW so impressive for them to be 3 years in, and for them to going on 4 actually. For them to be, you know, 4 years in and having the name value that they got to pull in this, you know, to pull in this show with New Japan, who's been around since the 70s. Mm-hmm. They're older. They the same way. They've been around with WWE too, but WWE is a little bit older as well than New Japan. But New Japan started around the same time WWE was getting its groove going.
Like I said, bro, New Japan was in Japan.
Japan, and nobody.
In the 90s, we didn't know. As a kid, we didn't know what the fuck Japan was.
Hell no,
what they was doing. Nobody cared about. As a kid, I ain't gonna say nobody. As a kid, no kid cared about what Japan was doing. Right, so because we didn't know anything about they wrestling at all.
Exactly, because at that time, like you know, if you was a hardcore wrestling fan in the 90s, you knew about New Japan, but the only way at that time that you kind of knew about New Japan was like either through syndicate television or basically through like magazines, or the internet was starting to happen around the time, but it wasn't like as potent as it was.
It wasn't easy to get to.
Yeah, then you had to dial up and shit.
You had to tell everybody to get off the phone. Get off the phone.
Get off the phone just to browse.
Cut the lights off. Cut the TV off.
Cut everything off.
I'm
to
talking
browse,
about, oh my God,
man.
bro.
To browse.
Just to get to goddamn, I don't even think it was Yahoo back then.
Nah, it was I think it was AOL.
Yeah, it was like AOL
Messenger.
and some motion, some two other ones that they had back in the day. My mom
Yahoo,
worked for a phone company back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when we got
AOL.
the internet, it was man.
It was AOL.
It was lovely, but it was also like, God damn, boy, we can't do nothing really.
Bro, we used to have
damn. Nowadays we got Japan and AEW working together, which would never happen if it wasn't for the internet and the transition and the growth of wrestling.
What's going on?
You know what I'm saying? And it's like now we have, like I was saying, now we have Ring of Honor in that whole thing too, because Tony Khan owns that. When we get back to the fact that the AEW is doing something that we've never seen before, it goes back to that impressive 3-year run. Like it goes back to that beginning. You know what I'm saying? Even now, they having Ring of Honor stars and matches on AEW, and that's giving Ring of Honor even more of a spotlight because they're on national television now. You know what I'm saying?
And you get to see the likes of Jonathan Gresham, Dalton Castle, you know what I'm saying, Josh Woods, you know, just so many of most of these Ring of Honor talent that they might still have under contract, you know what I mean, or were able to like get in between. It's just a great thing. And then to go back to the whole, you know, Forbidden Door show, this is gonna be a really special show. And it's not even a card.
It's not even
put together yet. Just think of the possibilities.
The fucking show is sold out without even a match being announced.
That's how, and that goes back to what I said about the name power that AEW had accumulated over just 3 freaking years, man.
It goes back to
and it's hard because, you know, we grew up on the old school method of wrestling. Like it's like it took companies like WWE a little minute for them to even break a threshold like that to where they was able to like sell out. You know, it didn't take it, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, but it took AEW like 3 years, and granted, like the time was different. The time is different, but it's still very impressive, especially for a new upstart company that the casual fans really didn't know much about, except for like the true hardcore fans that have followed the independent scene, and it has followed, you know, some of these wrestlers came from WWE, of course. Some of them came from Impact. Some of them came from New Japan that you may have like.
Shit, all of them came from Ring of Honor, you know.
Really, and most of them came from Ring of Honor. So it's like, it's not just WWE. It's Ring of Honor. It's New Japan. It's Impact. It's everybody that has came from those companies, either a vet or rookie or in between. You know, like the one that's been in the 5-year mark.
Yeah,
in between.
He's not no rookie no more, but he's not a pro either.
But you're not a pro yet. You know, you just in between. So it's like, that's why it's impressive, and for them, and
that's
like
why
I said,
MJF. He in between. He ain't no rookie, but he ain't no pro neither. He got no
MJF out. MJF, I mean,
besides winning the damn little
besides winning the ring, that's about it. But I think MJF, you know, just for him to be so young, he's only like in his mid-20s, bro.
I don't even think he that mid in the 20s,
bro. Nah, he like I think he like 23. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I'm 28, 29. I'm like, bro, you
living your best life.
You like at 23 years old,
national
man, for
television.
You already, but for him, that's why he's such a MJF is such a prodigy in pro wrestling. Like I believe the hype. A lot of people be like, what's the hype about him? He's another Miz. I'm like, no, he's not. There is a huge difference. Miz wasn't liked when he first started, even
because Miz wasn't like, because Miz was a TV personality already. You know what I'm saying? Even though his main goal was to be a wrestler, he got through that
through real world,
through television. You know what I'm saying? which is crazy, which had never really been done like that. You know what I'm saying?
And
But yeah, MJF, he most definitely is a prodigy in his time. But that goes back to AEW being ahead of his time with his pick of wrestlers and they booking. You know what I'm saying? Because you could literally shelf MJF and and put somebody else in that position. You know what I'm saying? To be the MJF. You know what I'm saying? They could give it to anybody else. Well, I ain't gonna say to anybody else, but it's a couple cats they could have gave it to and could have put that spotlight on. But he can't do it like MJF, and that's what make him so special. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody getting. Ain't no like nigga. I'm talking about straight disrespecting the whole crowd, the whole
I'm
arena.
talking about that's what really makes MJF special. A lot of people will tell you off rip, why do I like MJ? Why do we like MJF? Because he still keeps it kayfabe and the lost art of kayfabe. You know what I'm saying? Of doing it in public, basically,
being you
of still
all
being
day, every day,
in character
24/7.
24/7, not like behind camera you probably break it, but you know what I'm saying, in front of camera 24/7, even in a realm that don't even understand wrestling. Like I've seen this man be in character on a fucking news channel. You know what I'm saying? He might told them what was up, but still, it's still crazy to see.
You know who was cold as hell like that?
Yeah. I think I know. I think I know. I want to say Randy. Yep.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
I was like,
The
yep, I knew it.
the only time he broke character was when he was in a Spider-Man movie. He was goddamn Bonesaw. That's the only time, because any other time he was Macho Man Randy Savage.
I'm
talking about doing a Slim Jim commercial. Ooh
yeah,
snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
I'm
bruh.
like,
the whole
bruh,
world.
like, dude.
Come on,
I mean,
bruh.
God rest
that boy
his
was
soul.
Macho Man 24/7.
God rest his soul, but I think
real.
Macho Man was it just ain't no way in hell. Like, how can somebody talk like that
Every day, all day? Have you seen Young Rock?
Yeah.
You gotta watch Young Rock because Macho Man be in that joint, and he be Macho. The dude that play Macho Man play Macho Man so well,
sour,
but he talked
like
that the whole time. He was like in the show. Macho Man was talking because I'm watching this and I'm like, because it's basically a period piece. I don't know if you ever watched Young Rock, but he basically go back and tell stories of growing up with his parents. You know, his daddy, Rocky
I
Johnson,
know being
his
around,
mom,
he be like been around the wrestlers and shit.
mom, grandmother was a booker and shit. Grandfather was a booker of wrestling and shit. So there's a couple episodes they got Macho Man in. One episode they in the gym and she like, hey, you should look at this toy. I got my own toy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like he at the gym, but he Macho Man at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's one scene. I don't mean to tell y'all this, but it's just that hilarious because I feel like this literally happened just like
Spoiler
that.
alert.
Spoiler alert. But it's season 1. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't watched it by now. Y'all tripping. Season 2 out. But The Rock's grandmother, I want to say Leah Maivia, she popped in. She was one of the bookers was taking her wrestlers, so she was trying to secure her wrestlers for her event. So she busted in on she found Macho Man because Macho Man had went missing. So they go look for Macho Man. They find him at a hotel. She kicked the door in, bruh. I'm talking about real deal. Kicked the door in, and she was like, "Randy." This man popped up out the bed, butt naked, put his hands on his shoulder. Leah, what are you doing here? And then she was like, I just trying to make sure that you're not going to stiff me, blah, 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 blah. He was like, come on, you know, I would never, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was literally just talking. First of all, he was butt naked, and he had a girl in the bed and shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so, like, he went
Macho
missing.
Man shit.
So, he was missing with this girl for the whole week.
That's some Macho Man shit.
And she was like, man. I just wanted to make sure I had your spot secured and shit. And he was like, you know what I'm saying, let her know that he wasn't going nowhere and shit. But it was just that funny because, you know what I'm saying, it sound like some shit a Macho Man would do.
That's some shit he would do. That is definitely
he stayed in character. Our entire lives are watching him as a wrestler, you know what I'm saying?
I've never
and
heard
MJF
that man.
bodies that. MJF
Yeah.
body. I saw this man do this to a little girl. You know what I'm saying? Come on, fool. Come on, fool. Ain't nobody flipping off no kids. Back in the day, yeah, because there was a thing you had to stay in
You had to
kayfabe.
stay in kayfabe
But nowadays,
because you didn't have social media to like
to show your true
show
self
your
or
true
be
self. So
seen as a true person. Because when John Cena came around, I give it to John Cena. John Cena been John Cena since
hey
John
man,
Cena been John Cena.
hey man, listen.
And as much as I don't like John Cena, I respect John
Hey
Cena because
man,
of that.
I
Because he
will
most definitely
forever.
been
I
he been
will.
John Cena for. I'm John Cena.
Nah,
Since
listen.
I'm John Cena,
Nah,
he been John Cena.
we ain't gonna talk about that ruthless aggression, John Cena.
But he was John Cena.
We gonna talk
His
about, and I'm
name's
a
so
down this motherfucking hill about this one. Thugonomics,
Yeah,
John Cena
yeah.
is forever goated. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
give a fuck what nobody say. I don't care if he was corny. I don't care if
He wasn't, and that's the thing. He wasn't even
Bruh,
corny then. It didn't get
Thugonomics.
corny until after the fact.
After the fact, when the thug
Word
shit,
life.
when that
This is
shit
basic
died down,
thugonomics.
listen, bruh, Thugonomics John Cena was my favorite John Cena. Period, bruh. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I will die on that hill, bruh. Thugonomics was legit my favorite gimmick. He introduced the spinner title, bruh.
A game changer, bro. If you first
Not the
United States
WWE,
title joint,
the US
that junk
joint
was
when he was
hard.
still
That junk was
Thugonomics. We ain't talking
hard.
about after the fact when he started doing Chain Gang and then when he
That
started
junk
breaking
was
into his
hard,
own.
bro.
But nah,
I
that
can't
first
give.
joint,
I can't even lie, bro. Like I
telling
said,
you,
I don't care for John Cena, but that's because they ran their character to the ground.
Thugonomics,
But that's
bro,
all they
was my
had.
favorite.
But that
fool.
Thugonomics John Cena,
Thugonomics
man,
was my favorite.
he was whooping folks, bro. That's where the U.S. title, like,
I always
that's
played.
where the U.S. title became the workhorse title.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Bro, I always played with John Cena
Because he was working,
WWE.
folks for that whole every Sunday. I mean, every SmackDown, he was on that. You know what I'm saying, fighting for that damn title and shit, bro.
Right.
That's also
right.
let's get back to AEW because that's also what they trying to do with the TNT title. But Scorpio Sky got that jump back from Sammy Guevara. Is Sammy hurt? Because they changed all this shit that he was supposed to be doing. I think Sammy got hurt. Because they done changed they done changed the whole course of the TNT.
But I really
structure right now.
Yeah, possibly. I think he is, but but I really kind of just hate how they kind of hot shot at the TNT title like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. When we won, you should have never took it off of Scorpio
in the first
place. He wanted nobody. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do with Sammy, but I felt like they could have did it on a later time. I felt like they should have let Sammy do other things, let him venture out into this heel persona that because he's in it now. I mean, come on. If you know the backstory, you know already.
Even with that, I feel like they kind of
like
just happened too soon. You know what I'm saying?
It happened way too soon for him to try
fans,
to break
bro.
to be the first. What? No, I don't think he was the first 2-time.
That was Cody.
Yeah, I think he was
Cody
the second.
Was the first to get it 3 times.
Oh well, I think they were just doing it like as him being the first in his career.
It was his first 2.
Oh,
he was the first. To him, but it's his second title reign and shit.
I mean, but still, bro, I feel like it was Scorpio's time now. They need to go ahead and just let Scorpio try to build more momentum off of this title again. Now that because like at first the TNT title was really in really good state when Brody Lee had it, of course, and then Cody and then Miro. I mean, no, Darby Allin and then Miro. You know what I'm saying? It was in real good state because of the title defenses they had amongst those
That was defending that joint every week.
Yeah, and then
if not every week, every other week, and then when they was defending it, it was somebody new. You know what I'm saying?
And then you do this little hot shot thing. You know what I'm saying with the title. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you've already don't trash your title yet. Like you're just now all these titles that you got on your roster, they're all fairly still brand new. You got to build some type of prestige to you. You've done a great job. You've done a great job so far with all of these titles that they have that they've
so far. This
But
is their first kind of hiccup with the TNT title.
yeah, that's their first little hiccup, but it ain't nothing too
Major.
major. I'm like, obviously now they probably learned from that and just like, let's see what Scorpio, because Scorpio Sky is fucking good. So I'm just like,
Because I think
just let them go with it.
Yeah, because I feel like they was gonna do more with them trading the titles back and forth as far as like their story. But like I said, I think Sammy got hurt, so they
I think he
completely,
did. I
they
think he
completely
did.
went straight. Because at first Scorpio was preaching something different about he wasn't gonna defend the title and niggas wasn't worthy, and you know what I'm saying. But now he's like, well, I'm finna defend the title and I'm finna bring prestige back to the title. And his first title defense is against Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah, because
Which is gonna be a good ass match because they first tag team champions in AEW.
Now,
SCU, you know what I'm saying, been tag team champions around the world. They best friends, brothers, partners, road dogs.
It's
gonna be a good match.
It's history there. But I will say this too. I think they made them like baby faces in this situation because of the shit with Sammy Guevara. So they kind of made them no choice but to go.
And it's crazy because I saw that too. Like, I feel like they making Scorpio the baby face, and I feel like he gonna branch away from Dan Lambert.
Yeah,
and what you call.
I feel like
they kind of had a little. Because first of all, what's that boy name?
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page was like SCU dead and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was a no-go right there because Scorpio stepped in instantly. And then he said something to the fact that, like, yo, man, you got this other TNT title. Like, this supposed to be a trophy. You walking around like it's yours. He was telling Dan Lambert that shit because Dan Lambert be having a title around his waist and shit. He told him he need to put that junk in the case, you know what I'm saying? Because there's only one TNT champion. So I like, cool. Now, I guess that's their way of going back to one title.
They,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I really did not understand
why they had two.
Why
well, we understand why they had two. We didn't understand why Sammy was carrying two.
Yeah,
it looked cool like, the first couple times, but then it was like,
bro, what was the purpose? What was the purpose of carrying two titles? Because one Cody had, and the other, was the real
interim title.
That don't. I mean, really, at that point when you had that match between him and Cody, they really should have just went back to one.
Right after that,
it didn't make sense to just have two of the same title when it was like, I don't know. But anyway, but like I said, yeah, it's definitely gonna lead. I don't know, it's gonna lead to that, but I mean, like I said, because it was one of those things like, bruh, this was just out of nowhere in the first damn place. We don't even know why they even teamed up in the damn first place. Like, it just came out of nowhere. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky's here now. I mean, because
you talking about that. I mean, that kind of made
after the SCU thing.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, it just don't. It
put
didn't
him in
make
another
sense.
tag team after that because he was doing good by himself.
And then here come Ethan Page, and then first of all, I'm like, what? This is another little hiccup I didn't really like. I'm like, bro, Ethan Page just got out of a tag team in the North with Josh Alexander in Impact. You bring him over to AEW and you put him right back in the tag team. I feel like Ethan Page got a little, I feel like he got a little something to make it on his own as a single competitor. Like he didn't need to be in a tag team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he can do it. He's shown that he can actually do it without being in a tag team. So hopefully this will be like on, Scorpio Sky breaking off from Man of the Year, whatever they are, and then just be Ethan Page and Dan Lambert as his mouthpiece, or you know what I'm saying, like that. I don't know.
Not even that, because Scorpio is what I like to call an all-around wrestler. He good in the ring, you know what I'm saying? He good on the mic. He good outside of the ring, you know what I'm saying? He's good as Scorpio Sky, you know what I mean? Like he has the complete package, as they say, the total package. You know, a lot of wrestlers don't got it. A lot of wrestlers got to build up to it. A lot of wrestlers, I mean, he probably did have to build up to it, but where he's at right now is like
there.
It's there. So him having his title, I'm saying this right now, he should have the longest TNT title reign. You know what I'm saying? because why not? He been undefeated for a full year in AEW. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of streaks ain't like that in AEW, except for my girl, my homeboy baby. You know what I'm saying? Mrs. Cargill. You know what I'm saying? But she now 30-0 as that bitch championship. You know what I'm saying? That bitch
she
show.
got her baddies with
Then
her.
she got the baddies now.
Kira Hogan.
It's a couple things. Right before we get out of here, you know what I'm saying? I know we did a lot of talking and shit. I gotta say this though, man. The baddie section is cool. If that's the name of their team,
Sweet baby
bro,
Jesus.
if that's the name of their team, that's a cool little team name. But where the hell did Red Velvet come from? Because she was literally a good guy or a baby face in her little what they call this shit, man. And her little story with old girl and the other girl, she was a baby face. Now she's like a heel, I guess, because Jay Cargill kind of like a heel. And then Kiera Hogan's kind of going to do the little heel stage and shit. But if they're going to be heels, that's fine.
Yeah.
If they're going to be a trios team in wrestling in AEW, that's even better, because why not? Like, she the champion. She needs some flunkies. Even though they're not flunkies, but that's kind of how they be looked at. You know what I'm saying? Because Britt Baker, you know what I'm saying? She the champion. She had her little flunkies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Kenny Omega, he had the entire elite and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you a champion, you need people around you that can take the blows for you, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it is right now. Because to keep Jay Cargill strong, safe, and out of the goddamn, like, out of the contendership of the woman's title and having to defend her title, you put her in matches with other wrestlers, like tag team matches. That way she don't have to do too much wrestling. That way she don't have to exert herself too much. You know what I'm saying? So the baddie section, I'm here for it. Jay Cargill, you can really tell she's coming up in this damn wrestling with her wrestling abilities and her moves. She's 30-0, like that's unheard of, you know what I'm saying? For the women's division in AEW, probably in wrestling, period. Like, that shit wild as hell. Another thing that's been happening with the women's division in AEW / Ring of Honor is they had their unification match for the Ring of Honor women's title. Um, Mercedes Martinez won. It was cool, I guess. I'm not really too much like up on her and shit like that. I've seen her a couple times.
Yeah,
I really wasn't expecting her to win. I really didn't care for her to win and shit. But I mean, it was cool. You know what I'm saying?
She had a pretty good match to win the interim championship.
Yeah,
Against,
that was a good match. The match on what you call it was kind of
from Super.
it was kind of
I was actually talking about the match from Supercard to Honor against I forgot her name.
Yeah, I can't remember her name either.
I think her name was Willow or something. But she had a pretty good match against her for the interim Ring of Honor championship, and then of course they had because the real champion, I think her name was Danny Peraza. I forgot what was her name. Anyway, but she's on Impact, so she obviously, like, it was the right choice to go ahead and give it to Martinez for that simple fact, like she's the Impact's knockout women's champion. So, well, she was, if I'm assuming. I don't know if she is, because I think Tasha Steelz is Impact's women's champion. I don't know. I would have known that
if
I had a fucking stat guy.
But
I'm still mad about you, bruh.
No.
Nah, we don't have a stat guy no more. We had one in the early. We had one in the early beginning.
Trying to recruit, but
but it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. I cannot find this damn girl name. I thought they would have had it on this thing, but yeah. So things stay the same, and things completely change in the world of wrestling. All I know right now is wrestling is at a peak that it has never seen ever. You know what I'm saying? If you're a wrestling fan right now, you got the best thing going. You still got WWE. Of course, they the powerhouse. They the main house, main guys, the big wigs. They gonna forever be here. But you also got Ring of Honor made its comeback on television in 2022, you know what I'm saying? Because of AEW, they doing shows with New Japan, you know what I'm saying? You got other companies out here that's getting TV time, that's getting looked at because the spectrum of wrestling is so broad now, and it's such a life entity now again because of AEW and the changes that came with it. You know what I'm saying? Just a great time to be a wrestling fan, man, for real. So next week we're gonna come to y'all again. AEW got a big match card for this upcoming Wednesday. They getting ready for their Double or Nothing pay-per-view that's in Las Vegas. This is the thing about AEW that I fuck with, man. I gotta say, like, you can really tell that they are getting ready for like their big pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? The matches, the match cards are getting, you know what I'm saying, a little bit closer to, oh yeah, they finna be wrestling each other. So it's like they're coming together on the match card, or they're in the match with this person that's with a match in this person. Like it's like the road to Double or Nothing. It's like you seeing stuff take place that should be taking place. You know what I'm saying? So when we get to Double or Nothing, we not like, oh, this just happened. Oh, this match. Oh, why is this match happening? Like, no, we got matches that's been announced and that's been fucking coming up and still being announced. They just announced last week and this week Hangman versus CM Punk. Really pushing for CM Punk to win his title. I'm really not feeling the Hangman run with the title, you know what I'm saying? I never really was up on Hangman like as a fan. Anyway, him being a champion is like cool, but I'm seeing him as like a transitional champion. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might not be, but to me, he
not.
seems that way.
Nah, he really. I think what it is that they did their purpose. It did its purpose on why, because of the story that was behind Hangman. I feel like that that it did its purpose. It did its purpose as to, like, why he is the AEW champion, and rightfully so. Um, I'm kind of up about it. I do. It's kind of like you don't want to take the title off of Hangman, but at the same time, it's CM Punk, and it's hard. You know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of
It's
hard
kind
to
of hard.
really, because it's
I'm
like
gonna give you this right here, man. The reason I know for sure CM Punk not finna win the title is for the fact that, like you said, Hangman's story is still being told. Even from back from BTE, his story has been told all the way up until now, and his story is still being told. He got to be the legend. You know what I'm saying? He didn't beat the other guys already, so he got to be the legend, and he got to hold his title probably till they next main pay per view. You know what I'm saying? And CM Punk is being tasked to. CM Punk's being called. He's doing shows and whatnot now. So now he's back on TV and shit, acting and shit. So he most definitely not finna be the world champion.
world champion,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you gotta, like, nah. I really don't think CM Punk is gonna win. What I think was gonna happen is CM Punk is gonna do what he's been doing with most of the talent on AEW, whether he's won or lost. And mainly he's won. The only time he's lost, of course, was MJF, but he made people look good. He made anybody that he was against look good, even though we've noticed it. Well, I've noticed it, even though CM Punk was a little gassed in most of the matches, but that's because he's been out of it for so long.
Cause he been doing
You know what I
he's
mean?
been at the house writing comic books for the last 7 years and shit like that.
Yeah. So, but
Which is
still,
something I'm looking forward to doing also.
but,
You know what I'm saying?
man,
Because writing comic books has always been the dream of mine.
it's always just some cold.
But yeah,
just
man,
cold
it's
shit.
like when you come back into wrestling, man, he's become even bigger than he was 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's real cool that that's happening for him. But man, before we get out of here, I'm gonna give y'all this match card for this next Dynamite that I'm excited for. That's why I want to give y'all this jump. They got the On Heart tournament finally happening. All the qualifying matches are over. So now we get into the bracket, you know what I'm saying? The first 2 matches for the bracket is happening on Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? That's wild as hell. But
Talk to him.
we also got to do the women's bracket that's coming
Okay.
up. You know what I'm saying? So we got a on Heart women's division match
Yeah.
that week 2. So we got off the rip, like we were saying, CM Punk versus John Silver. He's still going through the phase of helping the little guys. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling with them, giving them the spotlight, giving them some shine and shit. After that,
This is gonna be a good one.
they got some Jericho Appreciation Society. They doing some more shit, sports entertaining shit. You know what I'm saying?
The sports entertainer.
Yeah. The contract signing with MJF and Warlord. We know there's gonna be a bunch of BS
Bunch of bull, but
because of
it's gonna happen.
MJF and shit. But it's gonna be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? We got Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, the battle of the thickness. You know what I'm saying?
Battle of the motherfucking thickness.
Because they gonna be
Tony
wrestling for
Storm.
the Owen Hart
Woo!
qualifying division thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good ass match right there, bro. The first bracket match for the males on Hart tournament is Darby versus Jeff Hardy.
Holy fucking shit. We wish we had a dun, 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 dun. Yo, real shit though.
Bro.
Real
That's
shit.
That's gonna be a good ass.
This is the one. This is the one. This is the one match that I was hoping that one day in my lifetime I will fucking see after witnessing Darby Allin and realizing that he is the love child of Sting and Jeff Hardy. To finally see Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy, this is one of the dream matches everybody has been hoping and been wanting to see, and now it's finally finna happen in the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy, bro.
This shit is it. I can't wait. That's the one match that I think everybody is gonna keep their eye on.
Everybody wait for that.
You
That's why
already
I'm
know.
excited. Cause it's like
You already know who winning that match though.
Who?
Darby. It's Darby.
I say Darby. I give it to Jeff Hardy because Jeff Hardy was such a fan of Owen Hart, and it kind of tells his own story.
Yeah, it does too.
He can literally get to the finals and lose. Because I don't think Jeff Hardy should win, but having Jeff Hardy, he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a legend, and then you beat a legend to be the winner of the tournament, that's legendary. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he do make it through all the way through the bracket, but it's Darby Allin, bro. You can never put nothing over Darby Allin, bro. He literally beat Swerve last week and fucked me all the way up. He did that little mouse trapper thingy he be doing. That shit is that's a move that you can't do on me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
you can't pin me like that. Regular pin only, nigga. That man locked that man legs up
shout
and then
out
he
to
fucking.
Swerve,
Oh my god,
Swerve is a. We gonna have to talk about him on another day.
Yeah, man, because he really growing on me. Because I didn't have Look, I'm a wrestling fan, bro. But I'm an old head wrestling fan, like how they said with music. So when folks be new,
old school niggas.
When niggas be new, I don't be on them like that because I be like,
y'all don't understand it.
You know what I'm saying? But I've been growing on. He's been growing on me. He did this damn fucking barrel roll standing suplex. Oh my god, he killed it, man. With that shit.
You gotta watch. You have to watch Swerve's independent work, bro. Because if you like what you see now, you need to watch his shit when he was like in PWG, CZW, when he was really acting, man.
Really acting.
Bruh came out to the fucking Shaka Khan song. Ain't nobody love me better. Bruh, it's the livest shit you will ever see.
Yeah.
Most of my people that has ever seen a Shane Strickland match, that has ever been one of his matches on the independent circuit, know about that Shaka Khan song. That's anonymous with him. He can't do it now for obvious reasons, but it's anonymous with him.
If he could though,
bro. If they can get the rights for Shaka Khan for him to come out on AEW programming, bro, game over. Game fucking over, bro. But yeah, man.
So before we're done, Oh, so another good match for this on hard tournament is Adam Cole versus Dex Hardwood.
What?
Yeah,
Word?
yeah, that's the next bracket match.
Oh, oh yeah.
That's next week.
Oh
Yeah, I say
Oh
we got two
yes,
bracket matches
sir.
next week, bro. They get
Yes,
to
sir.
this bracket. Adam Cole versus Dex, bro. That's a hard one to call, man, because Adam Cole, he Adam Cole, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, man, I
But
got
Dex Hardwood is one wrestling as person, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Dex is like
that's a good ass matchup right there.
He is a legitimate old. He is the embodiment of old school wrestling for sure. Like
watching Ric Flair. Not
man
Ric
was
Flair,
watching Magnum TA,
Rick Steiner, and
Magnum
goddamn
TA, fucking Nikita
Arn
Koloff
Anderson,
and shit.
Tully Bletcher wrapped up in one.
Oh my god, Tully Bletcher was a beast.
Was a beast, bro.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And he was their manager for a good little minute.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
like,
it's even crazier that that we comparing him to Tully like that. In that fact, especially me,
after
I said,
yeah, because I just wish Brett was able to manage them, but he gone back to the E, man. So we'll see.
Okay, surprisingly, he's not, bro. He only signed a deal for merchandise. He didn't sign a deal to be in to be a WWE talent or relations.
So he just only signed a thing for merchandise?
Yeah, I think they're trying to do some with. I think they most definitely trying to do some merchandise shit with Bret Hart. And that's what he ended up signing. He didn't sign a deal.
Oh shit!
So
okay,
you
it's
never
still
know,
a
man.
possibility.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you never know. But yeah, Adam Cole and Dex, man, that's gonna be a good ass match. And this bracket is really turning out to be something that has been goddamn.
Samoa Joe going against a Joker pick.
Yeah, so Samoa Joe going against a Joker. Now, who you think the Joker for this? Because they got a Joker in the women's joint too. So who you think the Joker for this joint? Because it's first off, while he think on it, I'm gonna talk to y'all. On Hard Foundation men's tournament, Ray Phoenix, Kyle O'Reilly. Good ass match. That's Samoa Joe versus the Joker. It don't even matter. Good ass match.
I don't even, man. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I just thought I don't know. I can see somebody that may have got released, not this go around, but maybe like
of course 90 days ago.
90 days ago, they probably ain't seen nobody, or it can be somebody from New Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Ring of Honor, or Impact. You know what I mean? That was GCW.
I don't know, man. So
you just never know.
My best bet is gonna be somebody from New Japan. My best
bet is a free agent.
Yeah, my best bet is a free agent.
I'm finna throw it out there right now.
Who you think?
Cesaro.
I think it would be him too. Oh shit! Yeah, because he showed
Cesaro.
He's Cesaro. Free. It has to be Cesaro. It has to be Cesaro or wherever.
That shit gonna be hard.
Or wherever
he go on to win that hole. Because most of the times when they jokers come in, they down there win for the most part. Sometimes
if they bring in Cesaro, bro, I don't think I'm like that's gonna be kind of fucked up to go against Samoa Joe, who like, you know, what now? It would probably make sense because you know Samoa Joe, he is the Ring of Honor on television.
Yeah,
champion.
He can afford to make He can afford to lose.
I mean, it probably he could take a hit. Like he could take an L in this one.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna have him. Now, I don't think they're gonna have him winning the tournament. Now, who do I got winning the overall tournament though? By the looks of things, it's either gonna fall. Man, you think Ray Phoenix? Because look, you got
Phoenix.
Because I think it's gonna come in. It's gonna come down between Ray Phoenix and Darby Allin. It's gonna come down because look how they got it set up. Or it can come down between Ray Phoenix or Adam Cole. Look at how they got this shit set up. It's like you got three people,
but they got Jeff Hardy on this side too. So
yeah, it
could be Ray Phoenix versus Jeff Hardy. But I don't know. I don't feel like Ray Phoenix and Jeff Hardy is a good match because Ray Phoenix is way too quick and fast for old ass Jeff.
No, that would not be. I don't
like Darby. Darby fast as hell. But he's fast and on explosive type.
Yeah, but I'll say Darby can actually keep up. What can make Jeff keep up with him. It's possible.
It's possible for that, man.
Oh, fuck
this
it,
will be a
man.
good ass tournament.
It's gonna be beautiful, baby. This Wednesday, Dynamite. You know what that means.
The last match of Dynamite, man, is a good one too. Ricky Starks versus Jungle Boy for the FTW title. Ricky Starks been defending his title more. You know what I'm saying? Which I fucks with. I'm kind of glad that AEW don't even look at it as an actual title of theirs, because it's like this is a rogue title that's being defended. You know what I'm saying? And it's Ricky Starks, bro. Ricky Starks is a goddamn superstar. Like the absolute. You know what I'm saying? He's headlining AEW Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say nothing else. Can't say shit bad about that, bro. Like you get to headline the show on main TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like now. Oh shit! The what you call stop. See what they just said.
Ah, damn it.
We're gonna keep the audio going just in case. I think that joint goddamn full. What the hell say? Yeah. Yeah, just press okay. We've been going for a minute. But yeah, man, we have been going for a minute, man. But the video that went out, audio still here for the time being. But yeah, man, Ricky Starks, Jungle Boy, they gonna end the match, end the night. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's gonna be a good ass Dynamite next week. You know, what I mean?
But I guess we can do it like this. When you see this video, you know what I'm saying, we might have like the Rap and Wrestling or the media logo up.
Yeah.
But when you hear this, we just want to let y'all know, man, this shit is going on. Make sure y'all watch the motherfucking AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door.
Oh, we gonna be talking
June 26th, Sunday. We gonna be watching that motherfucker, man. We might have. I might actually, since I can't go to the shit, we might have to plan some.
Yeah, we might have to plan some.
We're gonna have to plan some. We're gonna have to plan a little watch party or some shit. Cause
brother, for real,
it's gonna be a good show, man. But other than that, you know, Backlash is happening tomorrow on Mother's Day. Who gives a shit about that? Y'all don't wanna. No, but fuck it, man. We out of here.
What it is, man. We gonna catch up with y'all next time, man. We back in the studio. We back podcasting, man. Hopefully y'all come
back with all the fat hoes
next week. Tune in. We gonna be here. Hopefully Kenny be back.
Kenny be back. He probably be. He should be clean by then, y'all. So he said he should be clean by then. If he's clean by then, we'll know. We'll be good. But if not, y'all know why he ain't. We out.
We out, man. Catch y'all next time.